Hi there, traders. Lots to talk about today. Finally, FOMC tomorrow. We're going to get some momentum, hopefully, in these pairs. And we have a lot of nice setups heading into tomorrow's price action. And we actually had some nice movement in the New Zealand pairs today, and a little bit in the Aussie pairs today, which is showing that trading is back on. So we can start jumping. I can at least start jumping back into the game. Didn't want to get cut up into that summer boredom, slow grinding trading. And hopefully everything can pick up tomorrow. Let's see. Let's just go through some of the bigger setups so you just get an idea of what I'm looking at right away. We all know that the Aussie right here is at key resistance right at the top of this range at 93.60. I know we've talked about this a gazillion times, breaking higher highs, higher lows, and it looks like the pair wants to break above this level, but it's also at a perfect place, perfect location to shoot back down towards the bottom of the range. It is priced for perfection right now, heading into the FOMC decision, where I guess the consensus is that they are going to probably do the least possible, where we're going to maybe get a bare minimum. We're going to get a reduction of maybe 10 billion, and they're going to be dovish about the future expectations on the economy, and that's where we could probably see dollar weakness if that does actually occur. And then we could see a cycling higher on these pairs in the 93.60 in the Oz up to 97. Probably my first target would be 97.14, and that's not what my target. I'm going to be watching these Euro, Oz, and Great Britain odd pairs. And these guys are doing nothing. They've just basically been consolidating, but it has been below 144.40 and has been slowly drifting lower, slow drift lower. And if we get that information, we could end up towards the back of the bottom of this range. But all we're going to do is be watching that 144.40, and on these moves, we could see big moves tomorrow. It's not uncommon for these pairs, especially the New Zealand pairs, that they could move 200-300 pips in a day. So we could be looking to jumping into those price actions. Great Britain odd on the same time. We can see that the we're just going to be watching the pair at bottom of the range. If we get a break of this 168.90, it'll be relatively important. Let's see now, though. The New Zealand is the big mover of the day, with this break of the 50 fib level and trying to break the trend line, which it couldn't manage to do, but it looks like it's definitely going to, unless it's going to drop 45 points here, pips into the end of the day. Close above this 82 level does favor a continued push higher, but like I said, all this is going to be contingent on what the FOMC says. And we see that the the Asian, or I guess the commodity producing countries are doing better ahead of the information. The yen pairs aren't doing much of anything. USD JPY just sideways tracking. Same with the Euro JPY and the Great Britain JPY. We'll need to see a significant move in this pair, a significant move in the yen back above this probably 103.50 to get things going, or a break of this trend line. So those pairs have been asleep as of late. And now New Zealand is coming down on this ascending trend line. That's important, and we'll talk about that. And this is a big level right here at the 192 level. And the Euro New Zealand obviously trying to break this 162.30 level, which I really, with all this New Zealand move, surprises me. I did not expect a break of the range heading into the day before FOMC. Now let's look at the trade setups that we had today, and unfortunately I passed on these heading into the top of the ranges, but I am not disappointed whatsoever, because this shows us that price action's back in play, and we're getting moves here. And we'll go into how I would have handled these trades in a different scenario. I mean, you can see that this pair had basically been dead for look at this, 1, 2, 3 days, just sitting with major support here around 194.38. Let's just throw a line in there so we get an idea. 194.83, and so what you're waiting for is a break of that range, and we did get a break of that range, and we had a break of that range, and we had a confirmation of a short right about here at 8:30 around 193.58. And if we had taken that trade, it would have definitely been a nice plus 50, and we'd be moving to break even. Well, we would be break even trading and looking for a continued push. And I would hold this trade until 4 o'clock. So if anybody did take it, you hold it to 4 o'clock, the European close. Past the European close to the North American close, and that's where I would close out any positions that I still had currently open. I can't say that I expect much price action, but I didn't expect the breakdown in the pairs today. I'd been so used to this slow meandering trading, and it lulled me into the sleep. Let's see the Euro New Zealand, the same exact thing. We had a break here, and what we had to watch for is a break of that price action from Monday, and that was the true range bottom. I mean, you could have gone short here, but by the time you had the signal to go short, it was 162.46, and we have support right down here, 10 pips. And you can see that we did break through that relatively aggressively, but then at that point, we're all the way down here at 162, so the pair had already moved about 150 pips, and I just decided to remain sidelined on that pair, and I guarantee that that cross will move back up around, I don't guarantee, but I expect it to move up to 162.30. But neither here nor there, we can see we have the price action again, and that's what I'm excited about. The euro odd, if we look on the 15-minute, this pair just slowly meandering lower today. Had a signal probably right about, actually the signal doesn't come here until about 10:30, and just wasn't interested in that trade because the Aussie is pushing right up on that resistance level, and we're heading into major news. And the Great Britain odd, same thing, pushing down, and this pair did slowly meander lower all day. So I mean, the signal that I would have had was here about 6 at 170.13, and it looks like it would have been a halfway decent trade. I mean, it looks way up down now at 177.76. So that pair is up. That trade would be up almost 40 pips, but he would have already closed half out with a loss. At least I would have, around 70.22. So all in all, that would be a decent pair. So we had some decent trades today, and what I like is that we had the price action, and that's what we've been limiting. Basically, been out with almost for almost a month now, just twiddling our thumbs. So let's see the. And let's look at the euro trades that we were looking at just for scalping. The euro USD, you can see that there was no scalping opportunities in this cross today. If we look at go down to the 5-minute chart, the pair was just in too narrow of a range, basically between 133.40 and 133. If we watch all the price action, the first time we even had a signal to do something was all the way over here at 940, and if you wait for a break of the current range, we're down to 133.47. That was a tradable position. You could have gone short here at 133.47, have your stops up here at 133.55 above that. I mean, above that, and then I would have closed off with a break of this range here, and it looks like you could have you probably would have ended up with break even, tell you the truth, with a spike higher and so forth right there. So it wasn't a trade that was that attractive at the moment, just because the volatility had just dried up in the pairs, and this is probably going to continue happening until we have FOMC, and you can obviously see the pound moved within a 20 pip range today. So the real movers in the real watch are the Great Britain odd and Euro odd, and heading into tomorrow, we should get hopefully volatility definitely be in the market. And I mean, as some people have said, this is the biggest news that come down the pike in quite a long time. So everybody has basically been sidelined for this month, just waiting before they were going to put any money into play. And this is going to give us the volatility that we need to get back in and get things going. All right, everybody. Good luck trading. We'll definitely be in full swing tomorrow, full contact. Probably, I'm going to be honest, won't take any trades before FOMC, and don't want to get kicked around in short-term scalping and short-term illiquid markets, but you never know. All right, everybody, talk to you tomorrow. See you in the AM.